Cheekyricho's roast beef with all the trimmings. Hi and welcome to Cheekyricho's roast beef with all the trimmings. We're preparing this recipe at the request of one of our subscribers who wanted to see Yorkshire pudding. And what better way to celebrate a cold evening than with a delicious roast beef meal. This is the traditional meal of Britain and it's very popular here in Australia too. We have a 1.3 kilogram piece of Scotch fillet or cube roll, which is a bit of overkill for this particular dish because it's traditionally quite good as a steak, but it's going to be magnificent a roast as well. Normally I would trim the fat off it, but because it's being roasted, that fat will assist in browning and protecting the meat from drying out. So we're just going to pop that into our baking tray. Now we've got some hot English mustard, some seeded mustard, and some fresh cracked pepper here. What we're going to do is rub the meat all over with a combination of all three, douse it with oil, and then cook it for 30 minutes at 200 degrees Celsius. After that 30 minutes, we're going to reduce the temperature to 180 degrees Celsius, and we're going to cook it for a further 1 hour. Traditionally, you cook roast beef. We like to cook it to medium. It seems to suit most people for about 30 minutes per kilogram, and this is 1.4 kilograms, so in 90 minutes. Start to check it then. So just get our mustard, just rub it all over the top. Sprinkle of pepper and just rub this all over the meat. I'm not going to put a pocket in it or season it in any other way other than this because there's plenty of salt in this mustard and it will impart a lovely flavour to both the resultant gravy and the meat itself. It will go right into it. Now, good glug of some olive oil. If you have dripping or lard, by all means use that because that is what's traditionally used. Unfortunately, I don't have any. I happen to think that olive oil is probably a slightly healthier alternative anyway, although when you do heat olive oil, especially at high temperatures, it's not so good for it. Okay. That's well protected on all sides. Into our 200 degree oven for 30 minutes and then we're going to turn it down to 180 and cook 1 more hour. Okay, after 1 hour we've already turned our meat down. We are going to add our vegetables. We've got potatoes, sweet potatoes and carrots. We'll be putting our zucchinis in later. They take less time to cook than the root vegetables, so they're going in at a later time. Give them a little flick around so they're all covered in the oil. Otherwise they're going to get really quite dried out on top and they won't brown properly. Good rustle around them so they're all coated. And just pop our meat back in. Back in the oven we go. Okay, our meat is cooked. The juices are running clear. We're just going to rest it completely encased in foil so the meat can relax and allow the juices to settle back into the meat fibres, ensuring a very, very juicy roast. So just keep it in a warm place, but not back in the oven, wrapped in foil like so. And we'll just continue with the vegetables. We're just popping our zucchinis in, turning them over so they get covered in the oil as well. And back into the oven, we're going to put the temperature back up to 200 degrees. Back into the oven we go. Veggies are cooked, we're just going to remove them to a tray so we can make our gravy in the pan and utilise all those delicious pan juices. The mustard and the beef juices. We've done some cauliflower and broccoli au gratin. I showed you how to do that in a different video and it's cooked as well. Now we just put our pan onto a medium heat. Drain most of the fat and oil out of it. Sprinkle of salt. Sprinkle of just plain flour. Just stir that all around until this flour browns and is absorbed by the residual fat in the pan. Scrape all the chunky bits off the bottom. We're going to send in some cold water and give it a whisk up. Make a rich gravy. Don't have your heat too high here because you will buckle your pan. It may never come back from that. You can put wine, you can put cream, you can put balsamic glaze, you can put all sorts of stuff in this. Yogurt. Keep stirring because you don't want lumpy gravy. There's our gravy made. It's got some little lumps in it of meat, as you can see there, and bits of vegetable. You could blitz that if you wanted to, but I happen to like to leave it there because it looks like it's homemade. Otherwise it could be just Gravox or some fake gravy. You've got all the meat flavours there. Nice bit of colour and just the right thickness. I'm going to put it into our gravy boat to keep it warm. And there you have it. Cheekyricho's roast beef with all the trimmings and a serving of Yorkshire pudding. I hope you enjoyed this little cooking demonstration of Cheekyricho's roast beef. If you'd like to see more interesting recipes and ideas, please check out our Cheekyricho channel. And don't forget to please subscribe. And do come back and visit us again soon. We have so much more to show you and we're uploading lots of videos every week. And thank you very much for watching. Have a lovely day. Why not check out Cheekyricho's Yorkshire pudding made in the ThermoChef.